Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Every Day is Friday. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Let's get into it. I'm really excited to welcome Jayden to the podcast. He is an entrepreneur who's building businesses from his dorm room. He is the host of the Dollar in the Dorm podcast and the founder of Golf Balls Pro and Jinxie's Math. We're going to talk about a lot of different topics today, and I'm really looking forward to it, Jayden.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on, Matthew.
And
really excited.
And for the listeners who may not be familiar with your line of work yet, can you give us a quick rundown of who you are and what you do?
Yes, I would kind of break it down into three things. I would say I'm a college entrepreneur. I'm a creator in some sense because I'm trying to build my personal brand right now. And I would say I'm just a creative problem solver who tries to get 1% better every single day.
That's really cool. I mean, you're so young. You got a lot of years ahead of you to do whatever you want to, just keep on trying to different topics, different things you're going at. And, it's always fascinating to hear the why behind someone's passions. I mean, why did you start building businesses while still in high school?
Yeah, so, the way my parents raised me, it was always like you have to go out and work for it. And I wanted so many things and I wasn't able to get them. So I had to go out and work for it. I had to figure it out. And I just chose to do something that I love. Like, I love to golf. I live near a golf course, and I chose to go and look for golf balls. And I was super into e-commerce, super into like businesses, making money. Like, my whole life, I've just tried to make side hustles and stuff like that. I've always had that entrepreneurial mindset, and I kind of just would watched a couple different YouTube videos on how to start Shopify and like how to digital market. And yeah, I just wanted to, I had a passion for more. Like, I needed more in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what you did is a really unique niche most people wouldn't even think about. I mean, what gave you the idea to resell golf balls?
Yeah, so TikTok was starting to blow up. It's kind of still like smaller, not as big as it is today. And I had like a couple of my buddies were like, you should just start posting videos on here of like what you're doing. I was like, yeah, like I posted YouTube videos when I was younger. I've always been chronically online. So we just started posting videos of us searching for golf balls, and they started to get some hits, and it just spiraled after that. Like, it just kept going and going. We started posting order videos, and we loved doing it. It was just me and a couple of my buddies just going out searching for golf balls. I designed the whole website and everything. Had no idea what we were doing, but we figured it out, and it was a lot of fun.
Now, why do you think your businesses took off so fast?
I think social media helped out a lot. It's a lot of luck in social media, and I feel like our videos, people loved our story of being high schoolers that just started a golf ball business and are just having fun, packing up orders and doing the whole like making social media videos and stuff like that. They love to support a small business like that. And I feel like that's why our return on customer rate was so high, because people would just love our videos and our content, and they would buy the balls to get featured in our content, our videos. So it really worked out well.
It's all about the story. And that's what I've realized with me and with this podcast. I mean, how did you get over 50 million views for this channel?
Yeah, it was a lot of luck, I would say, but just being consistent, posting every single day as much as possible, I feel like really got us taken off, and posting on every single platform. So we would post one video on TikTok, and then we would post it on YouTube Shorts, on Instagram Reels, and just bounce it off of everything. And that's what really got us to 50 million. Because we would just repost content, and some would hit on this platform, some wouldn't on like the other platforms, but it's a lot, and it's crazy to think about. I haven't really like fully comprehended it yet. It's been a couple of years, but it's crazy that 50 million people like saw my content, which is pretty cool.
And Jayden, this is one of many business adventures you took. I mean, Jinxie's Math. I mean, how did you come up with the idea for a math game website?
Yeah, so I was in school, and they blocked all the games in school. So like we had our Chromebooks, and we couldn't play any games or anything. But I found a loophole that if you do Google Sites, like if you code the games into Google Sites, you can like just put the HTML block right in, and it's not blocked in school. So I would go over to like Pokey and like Cool Math Games, all those like big websites, and I would just pull the HTML blocks right from the script of the website and just copy and paste it right over to mine, which is, I don't think it's illegal. Like, there's nothing really behind it. It's just in the code, so I can just take it for free. It's not like there's any restrictions on that. And then I just started posting on TikTok again, social media marketing, and I was just playing, like, there was a couple girls that were playing in school, and they were like, we love Jinxie's Math, and that like really blew up, and we got like over 20,000 followers, and like I don't know the exact number of users, but a lot of users. And I was getting paid monthly from the ad revenue. So I would put the ad blocks on the side. And yeah, it was a really good deal because I was just in school and it was all passive income. So it was nice.
Yeah, Jane, can you unpack that for the listeners? What is Jinxie's Math?
So it's basically a website that you could just play App Store games in school and like anywhere. I don't run it anymore, sadly, because all the HTML and like the JavaScript games are all like Java's done now. I think it's Java. And yeah, so I just don't even run it anymore. But it was a good passive income stream for me. It's basically just a game website that you can play in school. It's just like Cool Math Games or any of those gaming websites.
Now, how did you grow Jinxie's Math to over 300 million users?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know if it was 300 million, but it was, I think it was probably somewhere around there. But yeah, just social media again. It's crazy. The power of social media, getting people reach that's the only thing that like, it's the most powerful thing that you can do is utilize social media in this day and age. Because if people like your content, they'll share it with their friends, they'll repost it, they'll do all that. And it's just so important to utilize social media.
And talking about social media, Jayden, why do you believe your personal brand matters so much?
So for me, I just got into personal brand. I've been posting for probably 20 days now, and I've gotten over 400,000 views on my Instagram Reels just alone on Instagram. And it's so important for me because it opens up so many doors for like to educate people, to entertain, to motivate, and you get so many great connections. Like I've already like came in contact with like multiple millionaires, some 10-figure entrepreneurs, 8-figure entrepreneurs. It's crazy that like the network that has came to me from my personal brand just by posting like day in the life videos or like just posting things that I'm doing, like posting real authentic content, showing the lows and the highs is super important. And I feel like that's like what I'm trying to niche down in. But I mean, I'm just trying to see what works out. And I feel like it's really important. You kind of need it to sell because people buy from people they like. And if you could sell yourself online and your personality, then people will buy from you.
Yeah, what's your goal with your brand for the next year?
So my personal brand is kind of just like me documenting my journey. And there's not really a goal for it. I'm not doing it for the followers. I'm not doing it for the fame or anything. I'm just doing it to document my journey and kind of like something I can look back on and be like, holy crap, I started from basically nothing and now I'm here. So like, there's not really a goal. I'm kind of just to like keep posting 3 to 5 times a day is my biggest goal. But yeah, and just grow all my companies, and it holds me accountable really, posting every single day.
Yeah, I always say it's about the journey, not the destination, but the personal development throughout the journey.
Yes, of course.
Now, what kind of content do you think connects best with the people?
So, I mean, it really, I think the raw, authentic content is what's really like, just like the talking head model where you literally just put your phone down, press record, and just talk to the camera. No cuts. I feel like that's such a great model to get into. And it's been working pretty well for me. I've been doing a little bit of like editing, day in the life videos, but I try and sit down with the camera at least once a day and just record and kind of just debrief my entire day and just go through like my thoughts and stuff like that.
Do you have any like tips or tricks for someone that's trying to start their own brand?
So for people that reach out to me and they ask me like, I'm really interested, start with something that you love. Like post stuff that you love. It's so easy to just do something that you love and post about it. And I would say my second thing is be consistent. You have to post every single day, and multiple times a day. Because if like a lot of people just post once or twice, they don't see results and they quit. For me, I took a different approach and I tried to just flood with as much valuable content as possible. And it's been working out pretty well. This was all just a test for me. Like I wasn't really sure if this whole personal brand thing was going to work, but I stayed consistent with it for 20 days. And this is only the beginning. And we've gotten over 400,000 views, which is nuts, but it's cool.
No, it's really cool. And what does success mean to you at 19?
I mean, success to me, I feel like is having a loving family, being financially free and not having a worry in the world. But I feel like that's a long way for me, but I hope to get there soon.
Gee, I want to know though, I mean, like, how do you stay focused when there's so many distractions everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, there's distractions everywhere in life. I feel like just staying like grounded for sure. And I'm like I'm not really super religious, but I believe in God, so that it keeps me grounded, keeps me like believing in him and letting him do everything that's supposed to happen is really good for me. And just kind of just like not worrying about as much like things like we're spinning on a floating rock. And, like nothing really matters, and just kind of just doing day to day and getting 1% better every single day is kind of like my mindset, and that's how I was raised.
And Jane, most people don't even realize how much failure teaches, me and you and everyone else that's being an entrepreneur out there. Have you ever had any business failures yet? And what did you learn from them?
Oh, 100%. My kind of like my mindset is trying to fail fast and fail hard. Like I try and fail as much as possible because that teaches me more lessons than succeeding would. Like failing fast and failing hard, you have to fail fast and fail hard to do that. Like you have to move on to the next thing. For my business, one of my biggest failures with Golf Balls Pro is the first like 300 orders that we got, I didn't have shipping set up right. So people would buy like 10 like orders at it, or like however many golf balls at a time, and I was paying full shipping out of pocket. So we ended up losing like couple $1,000s early on, and it was like a kind of a testament. We were like, I don't know if we could do this anymore. $2,000, $3,000 in the hole. Like, what are we supposed to do? And we just kept working at it, and we obviously did pretty well over time after that. But that was probably our biggest failure early on, and like we were really worried about like our whole financial situation, but we kept pushing, and it worked out for us.
I know that feeling because I have a clothing brand, and with that being said, there's shipping involved. I mean, with golf balls, it's probably shipping's expensive with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we did flat rate shipping, so we just go through USPS now, but at the time we were doing the yellow package mailers that you would get from like Office Depot. We had no idea what we were doing, but we figured it out along the way.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And most people just don't even take action. And you took the action to try to figure it out. And most people don't even understand. They kind of crumble under pressure, I mean, how do you handle pressure when it comes to things aren't going well?
I feel like I love being under pressure because it's almost like something that you kind of like need. You kind of need that pressure to always be under pressure, because there's always something that you could do better in any situation in life. You could always improve. And I feel like being under pressure like that is a good feeling for me.
Now, Jayden, I mean, you're still in school. So, I mean, how do you manage school and running businesses like you are?
Yeah, so it's really hard. I utilize AI a lot. So I'm a big AI guy. I love just learning about, I'm an emerging technology and business design major. So I basically just use AI a lot for my major, and I try and do I try and utilize, make AI agents for all the little tasks that I have to do each day, like posting content, like content ideas, all stuff like that. But time management is like the hardest thing for me. I'm still trying to get better at it every single day. Keeping my Google Calendar all set, and that's been a really great skill to have, or trying to evolve. But yeah, the Google Calendar, one of my buddies put me on a couple months ago, and it's really been helping me out a lot, having daily reminders and setting on my goals every day. It's really helping me out.
With that being said, what's your biggest motivator right now?
My biggest motivator is probably just to make $1 million. I just have to. There's no other option. So my 3 goals for college are make $1 million in college, run a marathon, and what was the other one? Get good grades, a 3.5. That's all I need. And I feel like just doing that and making my family proud and being able to take trips with my family and pay for it, that would be awesome. That's kind of my motivator, is my family.
Yeah, motivation is key. And I think discipline is even more of a bigger key for most people out there. They don't even understand that discipline is number one. You got to wake up every day motivated, but at the end of the day, you got to be disciplined in what you're doing and what you're putting in your body.
100%. I think that discipline is so much more important than motivation. You can have all the motivation in the world, but if you're not disciplined to wake up every single morning and get what you need done, it won't, it doesn't matter. You can motivate somebody online all you want, but actually doing it is another thing.
Now, Jayden, why did you start the Dollar in the Dorm podcast? And can you tell the listeners what it's all about?
Yeah, so Dollar in the Dorm is basically an entrepreneurship podcast. We basically just bring on college entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, maybe just people starting out, and we just interview them. They show their highs, their lows, and basically like you can hear their mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. And we started it kind of, me and my buddy I met in Side Hustle Club. Actually, we have a Side Hustle Club at Miami. It's probably the best thing that I've joined in school. Met just a bunch of like-minded entrepreneurs. I met one kid in there, Andy Robbins, my co-host on Dollar in the Dorm, and we were just like, hey, like let's start a podcast for young entrepreneurs. And it kind of just happened like that. Figured it out. We have a podcast room space in we could use for free for the school. So we're like, why don't we utilize this? Like, this is literally free. We have a full professional setup. Like, let's do it. And yeah, we're still kind of figuring it out. Like, we have no idea what we're doing, but we're kind of just doing it. You know what I mean?
It's all about the journey, not the destination, but the personal development throughout the journey. And what's one of the stories from the podcast that really stuck with you?
Yeah, so we had one of my buddies who we met in there is a childhood actor. His episode was awesome. Jake Satow is one of my good friends. Basically just talking about all the behind the scenes of the childhood actor. Like that whole thing is just crazy to me how like everything happens and goes on. Another one we had, my buddy Carson, who we're about to post this week, I think, is he's creating AI agents. So like there's already a bunch of AI agents, but his AI agents are like being able to, for small businesses, being able to pick up the phone for you and like put your clients in meetings and stuff like that and like talk to you on the phone. It's crazy without you even having to be there. It's nuts. Like the new technology that's coming out is crazy. That's probably the coolest episode we had that's coming out later this week probably, but yeah.
I tell people all the time, if you're not using AI, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah, exactly. I think that AI is not going to take people's jobs. The people that use AI are going to take their jobs.
Now, how has podcasting helped you grow in your brand?
Yeah, I mean, podcasting's been huge. I mean, socially, for sure, building these connections with these entrepreneurs. Like, we had a kid on last week, Jack Wax. He created the handleless handle. So for pull-out garbage cans, like in your house, he put like a piece on the bottom that you could use your foot to pull out the trash can. He made like $250,000 in 2024, and just having that connection and meeting all these successful people and these like-minded young people has just been so great, because it's just, my network is expanding so much from this, and it's probably the best thing that we've done.
No, especially for me. I've interviewed people from around the world with my podcast. Every Day is Friday. And, you know, it's always fascinating to hear the why behind everyone's passions and stories. I mean, what's one of the business ideas that you still want to try? I mean, you're so young. I mean, you probably had so many ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to do something in AI. I want to build something in AI, like probably this year. I'm still building out my pressure washing business. So that's something that I run kind of over the summer just to get some extra money for school. And I want to expand that. We're trying to reinvest all of our money back into the pressure washing business to get the most efficient setup. And yeah, so I've just been doing kind of like a bunch of different things. Like we were in the process of selling Golf Balls Pro right now. We had some complications with co-founders and like they wanted more equity. It was just a whole big mess. So we're in the process of selling it. But yeah, it's like I'm just trying new things every single day and just kind of just figuring it out as I go.
No, that's what it's all about, is just learning as you go, and you learn from those failures, you learn from those lessons. And, you know, someone like you, Jayden, I mean, you're a young entrepreneur. If someone was in high school and wants to build something or build a business, what would you tell them?
Tell them to document the journey. That's something that I did from the start, and it's been probably the most important thing, because every single step of the way I have like proof of it. I have proof, and people love watching somebody grow from nothing to something. So I would say if you're in high school and you want to kind of just learn and grow and just be in entrepreneurial mindset, just start posting online. Start posting your journey. Be like day one of becoming an entrepreneur or building this business or doing whatever. People love to see that, and the people that aren't doing it are missing out.
Yeah, something I've been watching recently on Instagram is these young entrepreneur like fishing guys, and they're just showing, they're 10, 12, 13, and they're just showing off, hey, like, I'm so and so, I'm so and so, I'm so and so, we're the backseat fishermen or something like that. And like then they go out there and it's all a show, and people, the followings on these channels, and just young entrepreneurs just trying to make it's something really powerful behind that.
Yeah, all you need is one video to go viral, and your whole life could be changed overnight. So I think just posting as much content as possible online is really just probably the easiest avenue into getting into entrepreneurship and making money, getting new connections, and I think it's just amazing.
Now, Jayden, I really want to ask you, by when you're 25, I mean, what do you want your legacy to be by that time?
I mean, I always have a drive to help people, so I want to start mentoring as soon as possible. Like, if I could help somebody else's life and change their life in some way, that would be awesome. But probably by the time I'm 25, I hope to be successful, like really successful by 25, and just travel as much as possible and enjoy every single moment.
And this is the part of the show I want to transition to, the Friday mindset part of the show. I want to dig into your journey, your mindset, and the moments that really shaped you. Jayden, what has been one of the best pieces of advice you've ever received?
I always say scared money doesn't make money, but that's probably not a good piece of advice to give. But I would probably say just work every single day, try and get 1% better every single day. Wake up every single day with a positive mindset, try and get 1% better every day. Because if you do that, you'll always be like...
Yeah, with that mindset, 1% better every single day, you'll be 365% better in a year's time.
100%, yeah. Always improving, having that mindset of always just getting better at something is so important, especially if you're an entrepreneur. It's just like improving anything in life. It's so important.
I tell people, just take the first step, one step at a time. And in 6 months, you will see growth.
100%, yeah. You have to take action. Like, so many people sit around, they talk about what they're going to do, and they never do it. The hardest thing to do is take action and take that first step in doing whatever you need to do.
Now, Jayden, what is one truth about life you wish more people understood?
I wish that, like, there's a lot of people worry about what other people think, especially posting online. They're worried about what their high school friends are going to think. They're worried about what, their family, whatever, their friends, they don't want to post online. But I feel like we're literally just spinning on a floating rock. Like, nothing really matters at the end of the day. Try and make the most out of every single day. Like, yeah, just getting 1% better.
And I really want to ask you, you're such a really smart entrepreneur. What's one of the biggest risks you've taken recently?
Probably the biggest risk, like, I take risks every single day. There's not really one thing that I could point out. A big risk is selling my company, Golf Balls Pro. Like, either we can still run it or we're going to sell it. Like, it's just like a big mess right now with everything that's going on. There's so many different things going on in my life. So it's hard to say like the biggest risk, but I try and take as much risks every single day. And like, you have to take risks. And the bigger the risk, the bigger you could fall, but you just have to figure it out as you go and be a creative problem solver.
Yeah, take the risk and just keep moving forward no matter what they say. You know, we're going to keep on rocking every single day. And Jayden, I really want to ask you, what is something significant from your childhood that shaped you into who you are today?
I don't know. I feel like just the way that my parents raised me, of just trying to work. And like, if I wanted something, I would have to go out and work for it and get it. Obviously my parents would give me birthday presents, Christmas presents, everything like that. But other than that, I would have to go out and work for it. If I wanted a new pair of shoes, if I wanted the new Yeezys that just came out, I would have to go out and work for it. And I feel like that was the most important thing. And I feel like that's how I'm going to raise my children, is like, I'm going to be very successful. They can get the assets, but they have to go out and work for whatever they want to do.
Jayden, what is the biggest driving factor for success in your career?
I feel like just proving it to myself. Like, I know I can do it, and manifesting it every single day. Like, I know where I want to be in a year, but I just have to get there get closer to that goal every single day. Like, I need to be there. Like, that's just how I am, you know what I mean?
Yeah, some people don't even have goals. You know, I write them down all the time, and I'm striving to hit those goals. I mean, I strive for the 100th podcast. I've surpassed that now, and now it's on to my next goal. And, you know, you celebrate for half a second. You know, I got 2 people saying congratulations to me, but like, okay, time to move, time to keep working, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, my parents say, I hope that you make $1 million in college, but who knows? Like, it's not like if I don't make $1 million in college, I'm not going to like quit and give up. I'm just gonna keep going. And like if I do, next goal, $2 million, $3 million, just keep building off of that. And yeah,
Stay consistent. That's one of the keys.
100%. Yeah, consistency is everything. I feel like a lot of people just do it for a couple times and it doesn't really work and then they quit. But if you're consistent and you're disciplined enough to do it every single day, it will work out for you.
And Jayden, this show is called Every Day is Friday, and I want to hear from you. Friday has a special energy, whether it's freedom, excitement, or just feeling of accomplishment after a long week. Jayden, what does Friday mean to you?
I feel like for me, I try and not work like until Friday. Like I try and work every single day and not like almost not trying to get to Friday, because a lot of people work the entire work week. They get to Friday and they're like, wow, like awesome, it's the weekend. But I feel like every single day for me is Friday because I'm working and I choose my own schedule and like I do the same routine every single day. I'm not working a 9 to 5. I'm creating my own schedule, doing my business work, running podcasts, stuff like that. And yeah, I just think that every day should be Friday. You shouldn't have to wait until the entire work week to get to Friday and have the weekend. I feel like you should be free with your week. You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly. Every day is Friday. It's about bringing that energy into everyday life. I mean, you either get it or you don't. And, this is your chance to leave the listeners with something powerful. Is there anything else you want to share?
Yeah, thank you so much, Matthew, for having me on today. I really appreciate it. The one thing that I would say to the listeners, try and grow every single day. It's so important. Like you have to have purpose. Find your purpose. Find what you love to do and document the journey. And yeah.
And Jayden, all your information will be in the description down below. I want to make sure the people know where to find you and support your work. Where can people follow and support your work?
Yeah, so my personal brand is HUSZC or HUZZSCO. That's like a spin-off on my last name. And then Jayden Huszczo on everything down in the Dorm podcast.
Everybody, go hit that link in the description down below and go check him out. And I know the listeners got a lot of value out of this. It's been an awesome conversation, Jayden. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matthew. This was awesome. I appreciate it.
And to everyone listening, stay tuned for more amazing stories on Every Day is Friday. If you enjoyed this, make sure you follow and share and keep that Every Day is Friday mindset going. Stay inspired and make every day feel like Friday. Until next time, everybody.